Dear students, welcome back to computer science class. In the last class we discussed the programs on if, else if and else statement. Okay, so today we shall discuss some more programs. Okay, the first program is to find the first largest comma second largest and smallest of a three number. The program is to find the first largest, second largest and the smallest of a given three numbers. Here the number of inputs are 3. So first I can write header file hash include iostream.h. So there are 3 variables are required, A, B, C. Okay. Next I can declare large, comma small and SL. Here SL indicates the second largest. So after find outing the value, it must be stored in one variable. Here A, B, C are the 3 input variables and large is the, after find outing the largest value it is stored in large, and after find outing the second largest it is stored in SL and smallest number is stored in small. So these 3 variables are used to store the results. And next enter A comma B comma C, enter. Next C in A B C. Initially I can consider large is equal to A. For example, I can given 10, 20, 30. A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20 and C is equal to 30. I can give the input and I can consider A is the largest number. Initially I can consider first number is the largest number. So after assigning large is equal to A, next if B is greater than large, see here, if B is greater than large, here B value is 20, 20 is greater than 10. Large is equal to A means A value is 10, 10 is stored in large means initially I can consider 10 is the largest value. So that large is compared with B and C. If the condition is satisfied, every time large value will be updated. See here, 20 is greater than 10 means the condition is true. If the condition is true means I can assign large is equal to B. Initially large value is 10, the present value of large is 20 because the condition is satisfied. B is greater than large, B value is 20, 20 is greater than 10, condition is true means 20 is assigned to large. Next, again I can write if. In this example no need to write the if and else if. So directly you can write simply if statement. If next this large value is compared with C. If C is greater than large, C value is 30, 30 is greater than 20, again condition is true means large is equal to C. So you will get the largest value now. The present value of large is 30. The answer is correct. So among the three numbers, which is the largest number? 30 is the largest number. By writing the program, so we will get the largest number as a 30. First step is, after giving the input, the first step is large is equal to A. So whatever it may be the value, either it may be the A is the largest number or A is the smallest number. So whatever it may be the first number, so I can consider first number is the largest number. First I can assign. So after assigning this value, this variable is compared with the remaining variables, that is B and C. B is greater than large. If it is true, large is equal to B. Suppose if the B value is 5, 5 is greater than 10 means the condition become false. If the condition is false means this statement will not be executed. Large is equal to B will be executed only when the condition is satisfied. If you get confused in this, better you can use curly braces also. Otherwise you can leave the curly braces. Again, no need to use the curly braces. If you get a confusion in this, you can use the curly brace, and within the curly brace we have to write large is equal to B and large is equal to C. Otherwise we have to write like this only. If it is satisfied, it will large is equal to B. Again in the same way C. Okay. Next, first now we will get the largest number. In the same way we will get the smallest number. I can write here. Small is equal to A. In the same way, whatever I can write for the largest, in the same way I can consider initial first value as a small value. Then how to write the condition? If B is less than small, that is small is equal to B. Just you can change the sign here. Instead of using the greater than, just we have to use less than. Here B value is 20. 20 is less than small. False. False means it will not execute. Again, if C is less than small, small is equal to C. 30 is less than 10. Again the condition is false. Here the small value is 10. See here. You will get largest value and you will get the smallest value. Then how to calculate the second largest? Second largest. See here. A, B, C. You can add these three numbers. You will get 30 plus 20 plus 10, that is 60. First we can add the input values A plus B plus C. You will get 60. Then you can subtract large and small. 60 minus 30 plus 10. Again you can add large and small, you will get 40. So just you can subtract from 60 to 40, you will get 20. See here, 20 is the second largest. Directly you can write second largest is equal to A plus B plus C minus large plus small. Calculating the second largest formula, that is A plus B plus C minus in the bracket of large plus small. So we will get the result as 20. Then we have to print all. C out. Large is equal to large. Again C out. Small is equal to small. Again C out. Second largest is equal to SL. it's complete the program. Can consider 10, 20, 30 are the input values. So first I can assign a is equal, large is equal to a. After that this large is compared with the remaining element. If it is true, every time the input variable value should be assigned to the large. In the same way smallest. And after find outing largest and smallest, next we can calculate the second largest. So to finding the second largest, so we can write the formula, that is a plus b plus c. A plus b plus a, b, c are the input values. You can add all the input values and you will get one value. In this value you can subtract large and small. First we can add large and small, and whatever the result will come, that result can be subtracted from the a plus b plus c. So this is the program. Okay. Next is so next we can consider the looping. Here looping means iterative, more than one time the statements will be executed. So actually these concepts are present in the control statement. Introduction to C++ consists of only the basic. So after that data types. So we already discussed the data types as well as input and output statement. So here the input statement is C in, output statement is C out. So looping, there are three types of looping. So first one is while, second one is do while, third one is for loop. While, do while and for loop. Here while means it will execute the statements repeatedly until the condition becomes false. Statements will be executed repeatedly until the condition become false. The difference between the selection statement and looping statement is, in selection only one time the statements will be executed. So if the condition is true, it will execute the statement, otherwise it will come out of that condition. Here if the condition is true, it will execute the statement. After executing the statements, again it will check the condition. So that's why the statement of while is, statements will be executed repeatedly, again and again the statements will be executed unless and until that condition become false. So that is while. Syntax: while in the bracket condition statements. So this is the syntax for while loop. Here while is a keyword or reserve word. Here we have to write the condition. If the condition is true, it will execute the statements. Again after executing the statement, again it will check the condition, and again this process will repeat up to the condition become false. So this is the while loop. For example, I want to print the numbers from 1 to 10. So namagu 1 to 10 numbers in the print madbekappa antandra, so just I can give I is equal to 1 and n is equal to 10. I is equal to 1 I can initialize and with the help of input statement I can give the input as n is equal to 10. With the help of these two values we have to print the numbers from 1 to 10 with the help of while. So just I can write the condition here, while initially 1 is there, in the output first value should be 1, so that's why first I can write Cout I. So after that I can write endl. Yesterday I told that endl means it will come to the next line. See here, Cout of I means it will print 1. After printing 1 it will come to the next line. In the second time, in the next time, so what would be the I value? Initially I value is 1, already 1 is printed. So next what it has to print? It has to print 2. Next time it has to print 3, next time 4, next time 5, next time 6, up to 10. So every time it will be incremented by 1. It will be incremented by 1. It means that we can write I plus plus. In the operator we discussed unary operators. There are two types of unary operators, increment and decrement operator. So here I plus plus. First I 1 will be printed, after that I plus plus I become 2. Next here we have to write the condition. What we have to write? Here 1 is there, here 10 is there. We have to compare and we have to write the condition, that is I is less than or equal to n. Initially 1 is less than or equal to 10, condition is true. If the condition is true, it will print 1. Next I plus plus I become 2. Next again it will check the condition. The present value of I is 2, 2 is less than or equal to n. Again the condition is true, it will print 2. Next I plus plus I become 3. Next again it will check the condition, 3 is less than or equal to 10. Again condition is true, 3 will be printed. Next I become 4, 4 is less than or equal to 10. Again condition is true, next it will print 4. Like this it will print up to 10 numbers. When the I value become 11, 11 is less than or equal to 10, the condition become false. So once the condition become false, it will come out of the loop. So this is completely about the while loop. In the next class we will discuss some more programs on while loop. Okay, thank you.